Well, hello, it's Beards and Bangers, and you join me on a collection caper today. So I am at the train station, I'm heading into London, and then I'm heading to the southwest of England to hopefully collect, a car.
Welcome to Beards and Bangers.
So I've made very good time. I'm down in Devon already. I'm in Ivy Bridge near Plymouth. So I'm a little bit early, but I'm just going to go and get some lunch and then go and see this car. Quite excited now. Right, just wandering around this corner. Oh look what we've got here. Well, that was, you've had a little bit of introductions today. I'm now driving home in an MG TF 160. So I've just been down to a little town just outside Plymouth and had about an hour looking around this car, took it for a test drive, make sure I was happy. I'm glad I was happy because I didn't fancy another 4-hour journey home. So the Beards and Bangers fleet has increased. We now have an MG TF 160 in X-Power Grey on the channel. So I'm going to get a bit further up country and then we'll talk a bit more about it. Hopefully the daylight's going to hold. I do want to get a bit up country before I stop and start showing you the outside. I'm not going to go do a full kind of walk around of the car today because I want to do that in my own time without the pressure of having to get home. So we'll get up the road a bit and then we'll stop and talk again. So just been through some torrential rain. It's been a real showery day. Let me tell you about my journey. So I got into Marylebone, a couple of stops up the Bakerloo to Paddington. And then a pretty easy train journey. I'm glad I got on the train early to Devon because Great Western Rail reduced the number of carriages in the train from 9 to 5. All the seat reservations went out the window, so some people were standing up for the whole 2.5-hour journey. Luckily I got a seat. But yeah, it was pretty crowded, and then just got out of Exeter station. Front of the back of the train was still on the platforms. Someone pulled the emergency stop because they'd left their bags on the platform. They were not popular, I have to say. But enough of that. So I got down to Devon, just outside Plymouth, had a good look over this car, and I've now covered, I don't know, a few miles in it, sort of skirting south of Dartmoor to get up to the A303. And it's a lovely car. It's been very well looked after. I've got a folder down here full of history. The engine is pretty quiet actually. The hardtop does make a difference, I think, to the general driving noise, but the engine's not rattly. It's the previous owner, lovely guy, has absolutely cared for this car. His dad actually was an MG Rover mechanic and then went out on his own when MG Rover went bust. So this car was maintained by him, and then it's been maintained by the present owner really well. So it's no expense has been spared. It's driving beautifully. I'm not going mad because I'm talking to you and don't want to be bombing along here, but yeah, him just going through the rain, it's held the road really nicely. It's my first impressions of a TF, and I've driven them of course in the past, but this is really nice. I'm just going to get up past Exeter and hopefully I can show you the outside. If not, we'll do another video another day, but I'm going to do a proper drive anyway. The key thing with this car is it needs so little doing to it. In fact, it needs nothing urgent doing to it at all. It's in such good condition. And you may be thinking, well, this guy runs a car channel on YouTube, why hasn't he got a car that needs loads doing to it? Well, sometimes it's nice just to buy something for yourself and enjoy it. Summer's coming up, hopefully anyway, and I just wanted something that I can really enjoy, so that's what I'm going to do. It's in a X-Power Grey. Now my old MG ZR 160 was in X-Power Grey, and that car was called Dusty after my little cat that got run over. Louis' sister, actually, for those who know my channel well and know me a little bit. So I'm actually christening this car Dusty as well. So this car's a girl, and she is called Dusty. So welcome to Beards and Bangers, Dusty. Let's do a bit more driving, and hopefully we can do a bit of an outside shot in a minute. So I pulled over in quite a noisy spot, but so I'm keen to get home. But you can have a first look at Dusty. Just wanted to show you the outside before it gets too dark. What attracted me to this car especially was the matching X-Power grey hardtop. So that's a really good feature. So I'm really pleased with that. The owner's fitted a DAB. I'll tell you what, it's really noisy here. So you've had a look at the outside. Here's Dusty, the new addition to the B&B fleet. This thing, I'm not going too mad, as I say, but it's an absolute hoot to drive. I'm taking a non-motorway route back, but I couldn't film too much out there because it was just too noisy next to the A30. It's probably quite noisy in here as well. A damn sight better than the hard top does make a massive difference, that's for sure. But yeah, this car's got a DAB radio with Bluetooth, so I can use the phone in it. I haven't plumbed it in yet. That's probably a bridge too far for today. Yeah, really pleased with the condition outside. It's been wax oil underneath. The arch is all okay. I think I did a short a few weeks ago on a TF 160 I went to see, a bit more local to me, and they have it advertised at good money, and every single panel was shot. I said to the guy, I'll give you scrap value, but he was just like, oh, I can't accept that. I said, well, you're going to struggle to sell it, mate. But yeah, I really hope that someone hasn't got ripped off with that one. But this is a completely different animal. And so I'm not going to talk too much about the MGF or the MGTF today, because I'm going to do a proper kind of history review, talk about that model in another video. Give it some really good time, and not after 4.5 hours of train journeys and several miles of driving back as well. So yeah, really pleased to have got this one. Temperature gauge is holding absolutely steady, just under halfway, which is perfect. The heater is really good. Heater's got to be good in convertibles. The heater's working nicely. I've actually turned it off because I don't need it on at all. The interior is in lovely condition. I will show you when I do a proper walk round of this car in the coming days. I'll show you some of the little bits that the previous owner Neil's done. He's a really lovely guy, really looked after this car. You know, I'm pleased I bought a car for a good home. He's pleased it's gone to a good home. So yeah, those people who said I wouldn't be buying another car, I have. It happens, it's Beards and Bangers, it's a very Beards and Bangers thing to happen. I think Boaty predicted that I would have an F or a TF before the clocks went forward. The clocks go forward in about 36 hours time, so Boaty, you were right if you're happening to watch this. If you are watching this, and I'll know you're watching this bit, you can put a comment down below. And I'm just so thrilled to be in this car. It's really nice, it's comfy. I'm doing, you know, a fairly long journey back. Best part of 300 miles, I think. And so far, I'm quite comfy. The seats are lovely. The steering wheel, I'll show you that another day, because the steering wheel's really nice. It's got this DAB, so I've got some nice music on as well. I can plumb it into the phone, which is great. I am absolutely over the moon. I'm really over the moon. It's been a good week. The 260, that is nearly there. So yeah, hopefully sometime next week I'll be bringing you that car on the road, actually driving. It's got its new wheels on it now, so it's got refurbed Apex alloys with brand new Goodyear tyres. So I've spent out a little bit on that, but I think with a fairly powerful engine, decent wheels and tyres are an absolute must. 216 up for sale. So yeah, I've had a bit of a slow start to the year with YouTube, but it's going to pick up rapidly now. We've got Pride of Longbridge coming up in, what is it, 3 weeks tomorrow. 3 weeks tomorrow. So yeah, today's the 24th, so Pride of Longbridge is 3 weeks tomorrow. Got a meet up at the end of April as well, up in Yorkshire. So I'm going to bring you some joint content with another fellow YouTuber, so that's going to be good fun. But yeah, absolutely cracking driving this car so far. Cracking. So we'll just give you a little view from the beard cam. This is the view that my beard has, and my beard likes to show you these views. So yeah, just pootling. I think we're probably on the A30 or A303, which is one of my favourite roads. We're on the 303. Yeah, we've gone past Honiton, so we're on the 303. You probably just saw we've gone past Axminster. So, oh no, maybe not. Maybe we're still on the A30. Yeah, we are still just on the A30. Yeah, this is one of my favourite drives. So to get up to Buckinghamshire, where I live, it's 303 up to the A34 up to Oxford, and then I'm pretty much home. So it is a drive I just adore, and I think the reason I adore this drive is childhood holidays. We always used to holiday in a place called Sidmouth. My parents took us there for 10 years on the trot, maybe 11, from the age of 5 to 16. So yeah, 10, 11 years. Slow down, going into the Blackdown Hills, which are particularly pleasant. Yeah, my parents used to take us to the same hotel, family, proper old, faulty, not quite faulty towers, but that kind of style, you know, old family hotel. And part of the reason I knew I was on holiday was because we used to drive past Stonehenge on the A303 on our way down to Sidmouth, and that was always very special. So for me, it's still really special driving past Stonehenge. Ideally, I wouldn't have bought a car in Devon because it is quite a long way from my house, but we do these things on Beards and Bangers. We do road trips that are, you know, a long way away to collect cars. It's part of what this channel does. I think the last big one was going to get the BMW from York, but we shan't talk about the BMW anymore because it is sold. Yeah, I did go up to get the 216 from Rugby, but that's quite a short journey. I'm gonna have to find a way of recording the engine and exhaust noise from this because it's quite quiet. Yeah, you get a bit more noise than driving a saloon, and I have got the fan on as well, so I'm just getting a little bit steamed up. Probably because I'm so bloody excited, but just take it a little bit easy through this village. And the light is beginning to fade, so I will wrap this video up fairly soon because I want to pick this up again in daylight in a full video on the MG TF 160, now known as Dusty. Yeah, so the light is fading now. I've done a few more miles, and I already love driving this car. I've just got the phone plumbed in, so I can make calls. I'm not going to do a boaty-esque having all of you ring me as I'm driving along, because I tend to like my videos in daylight. So we'll do that sometime. That'd be quite fun. That was very enjoyable when Boat did that in his F collection video. So. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Please continue to like, subscribe if you haven't already done so, share. Please share the hell out of these videos, it's greatly appreciated. The more I grow the channel, you know, once we can monetize it, it's not to replace my income, it's so that I can put money into car projects and then film them and show you. So thank you for watching. enjoy whatever you're doing over this weekend, and I will catch you again real soon on the next episode of Beards and Bangers. Goodbye.